ZABoxingNation, where boxing lives, breathes, and breaks down. Today is August 19th, 2025, and we've got massive news. Julio César Chávez Jr. is behind bars in Mexico. Daniel Dubois is starting over with a new trainer. Andy Ruiz is plotting his comeback. And Tyson the Gypsy King Fury is teasing a mega announcement. And Francis Ngannou, it says that negotiations with Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder is heating up. And then stick around for your favorite segment on this day in boxing history. And then a few upcoming fights that you need to be prepared for. So let's break this all down. Let's begin with Julio César Chávez Jr., son of a legend. According to Reuters, Julio César Chávez Jr. has officially been transferred to federal prison in Hermosillo, Sonora, Mexico. After being deported from the U.S., he was arrested for overstaying his visa and allegedly lying on a residency application. But the bigger bombshell, the Mexican authorities had an outstanding warrant tied to an organized crimes and arms trafficking potentially linked to the cartel. This is a dramatic fall for the son of Mexican legend. In the ring, Julio César Chávez Jr. is a tremendous fighter, but outside the ring, you have to question, where does he go from here? Next up, we have Daniel Dubois, who is following his recent loss to Alexander Usyk. Daniel Dubois has decided to part ways with his former trainer, Don Charles, and he's now linking up with Tony Sims, who has worked with names like John Ryder, Joe Cordina. And at 27 years old, Daniel Dubois has the same time to rebound. The question is, can he adapt his style? He's powerful, but his defense and composure under pressure has been a major issue as of recent. If Tony Sims can refine his fundamentals, Daniel Dubois can still become a two-time heavyweight world champion. Next up, we have former unified heavyweight champion Andy Ruiz Jr. He is eyeing a comeback after more than a year away from the ring due to her fractured hand. Andy Ruiz has slimmed down a lot and posted training footage, and he looks extremely sharp. Andy Ruiz is a wild card, and if matched with someone like Joseph Parker or Dillian White, he has the speed and counterpunching ability to be a formidable opponent for anybody in the heavyweight division. But against today's top big men like Fury, Usyk, the style gap might be a little bit too wide. Still, he remains a dangerous test for anyone in this division. Let me know how you guys feel about all of that in the comments below. Next up, we have Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, who posted on his Instagram. Tyson Fury said, "I've got the biggest announcement of the year incoming, so stay tuned." Fans are already speculating, could it finally be Anthony Joshua's mega fight, rumored to be worth over $300 million? Or could Tyson the Gypsy King Fury be hinting at a farewell fight before retirement? Either way, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury knows how to keep boxing in the spotlight. This fight is must-see TV. My prediction, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder's right hand is still one of the most destructive punches in boxing. But Francis Ngannou, his durability and MMA to boxing transition make this fight extremely intriguing. If Francis Ngannou can weather Deontay Wilder's right hand, his strength and chin might give him a shot. But now for the upcoming fights that you need to be prepared for. Mark your calendars. The schedule is heating up. We have David Benavidez versus Anthony Yarde, November 22nd in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. This will be a power puncher's dream matchup. Then we have Jack Rafferty versus Mark Chamberlain, August 23rd in England for the British Junior Welterweight title. Then we have Naoya, the Monster Inoue versus Akhmadaliev, September 14th in Japan for the undisputed junior featherweight crown. These fights will shape the division and legacies. My pick, Now You're the Monster Inoue, edges out a close decision against Akhmadaliev using skill and volume. But David Benavidez versus Anthony Yarde, I believe, is a toss-up. Anytime you get into the heavy divisions, these guys can be super unpredictable. One punch can change the entire fight. And now for your favorite segment on this day in boxing history. August 19, 1995, Mike Tyson made his long-awaited return to boxing after prison. Facing Peter McNeeley, the fight lasted just 89 seconds and stopped by McNeeley's manager. But it set a record for 1.5 million pay-per-view buys. It was more than just a spectacle. This was the sport at its peak. Also born on this day in 1972, Jeremy Williams, former U.S. amateur light heavyweight champion and heavyweight contender known for his knockout power, even holding an 8-second KO record in the amateurs. But that's it for today's updates. From Francis Ngannou versus Wilder, talks to Chavez Jr.'s legal troubles, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury's hints at a ring return, and Andy Ruiz's comeback fight. The fight game never sleeps. But this is ZABoxingNation, where champions get analyzed and legends are made. Again, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. But keep your hands up, and I'll catch you in the next one.